They couldn't even break in the new lights.
It was honestly kind of hard to look at them and think that we couldn't finish out a season under those, especially for last year's seniors.
2020 could have been a special year for Hampton baseball.
I think last year we had the best team I've had seen at Hampton so far in a lot of years. And to start out 3-0 and then 2-0 in our scrimmages and then just get cut like that, it makes you have a different attitude entering this year.
The heartbreak of losing their spring season was tough, but it taught them some valuable lessons.
Not to take anything for granted. Play every game like it could be your last. Leave it all out there because you never know when it could end.
Hey, lower the target.
Now the Bulldogs are ready to tear it up this spring.
I think we're more physical. I think we're more athletic. In saying that, we have many multi-sport athletes, so I do think it's a process of getting everyone in the groove of playing baseball.
I would love to go to state as a team. I know for Hampton, I guess some people could say that that's a big goal, but I think we can do it with the talent that we have.
They'll get pretty close with senior Josh Owens, a stud pitcher with 3 years of experience under his belt.
He knows how to use his breaking ball when it needs to finish a strike, when it needs to finish below the zone. He's continued to develop his changeup, two-seam fastball. He locates very well. He's not an overpowering pitcher, so he must pitch, and he is just that. He is a quality pitcher.
I'm very excited. I love pitching. It's just where baseball is such a team sport, but the pitcher really controls what your team can do. I love having that control.
He also takes that control into his other sport, not football or basketball, drag racing.
I love it. That's why I like pitching and why I like racing. And both of them, like I said, are similar because with pitching you have to keep control of all your pitches, whereas racing you have to keep in control of every component of the car, keep on top of what you're doing at all times to make sure to do the best you can and that nothing goes wrong.
8 thousandths of a second is the difference in reaction time, and the win light is going to be Josh.
Josh started racing when he was 11 in the Junior Dragster Series. His dad Felix raced cars for years, and Josh was hooked.
I was very nervous to start. I didn't think about winning or anything. I was just really scared I thought like the worst to come out of it, and now that I've matured and stuff and gotten up to faster cars, my outlook on it's completely changed. It's fun. I like the adrenaline and the risk of it. I think it's awesome.
Who's vocal when he needs to be or when we need him to be, but he's a quiet, reserved guy. And so when we think about him being on a racetrack going 200 miles per hour, we jokingly kind of think of that being his alter ego.
He's raced in some pretty high-profile races for large cash prizes and has even raced at the Bristol Dragway.
Out of all the tracks I've been to, Bristol is probably the nicest drag strip in the country, or maybe in the world. It's amazing to race there, especially on like a every weekend basis throughout the summer. It's definitely a blessing to do it.
Him and his dad have put together most of his car, which can hit 200 miles per hour. And there's another car coming up in the family.
My little brother, he's 5 years old, drives my old junior dragster too. So it's just like mine, but it's like half the size. Yeah, he goes about 40 miles per hour.
Yep, 5-year-old Luke is getting started early.
We went out in the driveway with his car and asked him if he wanted to do it. And he has always been around watching me and my dad do it, so he already loved it. And he just got in the driveway and did it and fell in love with it. And it made my mom nervous at first, but now we all love it.
And the kid's got potential. He's already pretty good.
They have like age division races for his class, like 6 to 9 year old races or 5 to 9 year olds. He's won one so far, and it's like $100 to win stuff, but he's won one. Josh's
older brothers raced too. He even raced against one of them at Bristol. And one day, he'll have to race against Luke.
It's kind of like a scrimmage against your own baseball team in a way. Like, you want to be competitive, but then you look over and realize you're racing like your own brother, and either way, the family gets a win. So it's kind of a different feeling, but it's awesome.
And Josh hopes to do this drag racing for a long time. Wants to make a career out of it.
Just to keep going as much as I can, learn more about it every time I go from my dad, and learn more on the cars and stuff. I would love to win a big race, like one of the $1 million races or something, to get my name out there. Running like a top fuel dragster and going over 300 miles per hour it'd be crazy. That would be like top of the line dream job to do.
Last spring, he used racing as a way to help deal with the fact that his baseball season was taken away.
I think as soon as they told us we wouldn't be playing baseball anymore, we packed everything up and just went straight to a race that weekend and did it like every weekend up until the end of last November.
He's dedicated to both sports. He balances baseball and racing almost to the extreme.
I would finish a baseball game and go straight to the racetrack and put my racing fire suit over my baseball uniform and then get in the car and race. It was interesting, but I love it.
Now he's ready to take on this unfinished business on the diamond with the new lights on him and the program.
When I look at the lights, I think about what a collaborative effort has been to try to grow this baseball program. A collaborative effort between coaches, players, parents, alumni, others in the community.
It's grown a lot in 4 years. I think if you would have told me that we would have had the whole line filled with fans as a freshman, I wouldn't have believed it. But now every game, it's just people and cars all down through there and behind the fence and everything. It's grown more than I even expected.
In Hampton, Michael Epps, News Channel 11 Sports.